Hello everybody, let's go ahead and look at example 2. So it asks for what values of x does the graph y equals x to the fourth minus 6x squared plus 4 have horizontal tangents. So what we need to do is decipher, well, what is this asking? Well, it's asking us to find horizontal tangents. So we have to figure out, well, what does that mean? It's an x to the fourth, so it's an even degree function. And so that means it's positive. So that means my ends are going to be going upward. So I might have a graph, I don't know, that looks like something like this. And so when I'm asked for horizontal tangents, here'd be an example of one. Horizontal lines like this, and that's where I'm touching at one point and my tangent line is horizontal. And here'd be another one. Okay, so what do you guys know about the slope of a horizontal tangent line? Our slope would be equal to 0. And if I'm talking about the slope, I am really talking about the slope of a tangent line. Well, what's the same as the slope of a tangent line? Our derivative. So our derivative would have to equal 0 in order to find where this is happening. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is find my derivative. My derivative of my function, y prime, using my power rule, would be 4x to the third minus 12x plus 0. Okay, so the derivative of constant is 0. And now what I need to do is take my derivative, f prime of x or y prime of x, and set that part equal to 0. And now from here, I would just solve for x. Looks like I have a GCF of 4x. So I'm going to factor out of 4x. So I have x squared minus 3. And then from here, I would set each part equal to 0. And then divide by 4. So x equals 0. And here I'd add 3 to the other side. And then I take the square root. Don't forget, you guys, when you take the square root, 2 answers, positive or negative square root of 3. So for what values of x, it's not asking for a point, just says for what values of x. So my answers would be x equals 0 and x equals plus or minus the square root of 3. So I have 3 answers, and there they are. Okay. If you wanted to, you could most definitely confirm on your calculator that it's correct. I don't have access to my calculator right now, my graphing one, but I did graph this equation on Desmos. So here's what our original graph looks like. X to the fourth, I'm trying to remember what it said now. X to the fourth minus 6x squared plus 4. So I got one answer was x equals 0. Right here. X equals 0. And then the other one, this would be when x equals the square root of 3. And then this would be the answer where x is equal to the square root of, negative square root of 3. And if you check out what the square root of 3 is on your calculator, the square root of 3 is 1.73. So you could kind of look. Here's 1.73. Yes, it looks pretty accurate. Okay, so that is how you find your horizontal tangent.